do not want 45 to be president again. Like, yo, this shit is very serious, and y'all not taking it serious.
Listen to me. We're the federal government. We're not supposed to stand on street corners doing testing.
You think that shit's gonna go back to normal after this coronavirus disappear? You motherfucking wrong, bitch. You're about to enter a recession. And guess what? Do you really want 45? Do you really want 45 to be in charge of the recession? Obama clean up the recession up.
Barack H. Obama.
Why is it we don't have enough masks?
Previous administration, the shelves were empty. The shelves were empty. So what you should do is speak to the people from the previous administration.
45, he's not capable of handling what this country.
God bless the United States.
If you think that he gives a about minorities with no job, dead wrong. Dead wrong. He ain't gonna give a about you.
I want him to show his birth certificate. Look at my African American over here.
Why isn't he giving his birth certificate?
He ain't gonna give a about me.
Cardi B has proven herself to be a strong player in the political realm with
coronavirus
hitting us extremely hard, and the entire state of New York having more cases than all other countries.
I had the nerve to tweet about how much views he got, more views than football and the Bachelorette.
Did you know I was number one on Facebook? And I just found out I'm number one on Facebook. I thought that was very nice.
Why you care about that? Niggas is dying!
The lack of response from Donald Trump, including the government ending funding for coronavirus testing sites starting Friday, today, April 10th. There must be a voice to simply call bullshit.
It's time to buckle up.
That's where she comes in. She called out young voters.
I'm getting sick of y'all. I'm about to start hanging out with my grandma's friends. Y'all be like, we love Bernie. I be seeing all over Twitter like, y'all love Bernie, but y'all wasn't voting. What the was up with that? You know who be voting? Older people. People that don't give a about going to college. Those are the people that are voting. And because of that, that means Bernie is off the mother rate.
The guy who fights for every single one of us. The guy who thinks healthcare is a right. The guy who had the best, safest plan to remedy COVID-19 and treat all Americans. The guy who, although he does not have to, because his campaign ended, is supporting his staffers, keeping their health insurance through November 2020.
I'm getting sick of y'all. I'm about to start hanging out with my grandma's friends.
As Vulture wrote, is there a public figure out there who captures the urgency of the current political crisis like Cardi B? She touched on the petty, minimal $1,200 stimulus check Americans are supposed to receive.
First of all, have you gotten your stimulus check? You haven't even gotten it. It's about to be a month that we've been locked in. Have you gotten it yet? Not yet.
Meanwhile, in Ottawa, $2,000 checks are handed out to every Canadian every month. Guess who the lone country is to cut off healthcare? You guessed it. While many Americans can't even get through to the states' unemployment service, Canadians are getting it, as in their checks, through their direct deposit in 1 to 2 days. France, Germany, Denmark, Britain, and others have decided to take over the payrolls of struggling companies so that workers don't get laid off. The hope is that by paying people to stay home, governments can slow the virus's spread while also averting an economic depression. But the MAGA crowd wants to get mad at Cardi B. Europe is paying worker salaries while Trump's bills are slush funds.
Tucked into the recent recovery bill was a provision granting the Federal Reserve the right to set up a $450 billion bailout plan without following key provisions of the federal open meetings law, including announcing its meetings or keeping most records about them. Now, this is huge because anytime a few members of the Federal Reserve decide to get together to discuss something, they actually have to announce it. And not only that, they have to keep records of what they're discussing. Experts say the change could lead to key information about the $450 billion bailout fund, such as which firms might benefit from the program, remaining inaccessible long after the bailout is over.
So what has Cardi done in the meantime? She's teamed up with a company called Fashion Nova to give away $1,000 per hour to people struggling and affected by the virus. Their plan is to donate $1 million over the next 42 days.
And now we got to go for Biden. Now, I don't really know much about Biden, but I'm going to have to I'm gonna start researching him and learning more about this man, because whoever the but I do not want 45 to be president again.
God bless the United States.